Hello, technical difficulty. I forgot the stand for my computer. See if I can get this all set up. Hello. Well, it's a little dingy. Let me see if I can fix something. Hold on. Did that work? Not really. We all know my lighting situation is not ideal. So perhaps, maybe my computer's dirty. Let's try this. It's a little better. So hi, this is Jenny Walker. And welcome to Jenny Girl's Closet. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about all things reselling and consignment and styling and retail. And today I wanted to do a pretty large haul video from a couple of stops at the Goodwill store. And I found a designer piece in one of them that I'm so excited to show you. And then just some things I think are just kind of cool. And a lot of times I'm a sucker for design. And so sometimes I'll get something just because I think it's interesting. And, you know, sometimes it sells, sometimes it doesn't. So let me get right into it. And I'm going to start off with something that I would normally pick up, but I bought this because it's just a trial because Poshmark has the new home section. I don't really have any home to sell, but I bought this little Union Jack frame for $1.99. And I've got a friend who lives in England, so if I don't sell it, I'll just put a picture of us in here and mail it to her. Union Jack's really cute, you know. I love the design. It's globally recognized. And so, yeah. Ooh, I hear my teapot. I am not prepared, as you can see, but hold on. And no, I'm not going to edit this out. I'm going to keep it just in here. I'm a tea drinker. I don't drink coffee, but I'm always drinking some tea. So anyway, so yeah, so I got that little frame just to try the home thing on Poshmark. Haven't, you know, it started. There's not a lot on there. I'm really not interested in buying a bunch of stuff to sell in the home department, but I do have plenty of things of my own I could sell, and I'm just going to try it out. I did buy the one little frame for $2 just to see what would happen. So there you go. So yeah, let me see what's next. So next are something that, you know, the Goodwill where I am, they throw away all the boxes, and it's such a shame because, you know, for some people who are shoe collectors, they would love to have original boxes on this stuff, and they just throw it all out, which is a shame. But this particular pair of shoes I saw, and I about passed out. Okay, so one is I grew up in the 80s, so I love anything the 80s, and the design on here is so 80s, and I'm assuming these are from the 80s, although they might not. They could be newer than that, but okay. This is a long lead in. So this is Casati. Casati. These are so expensive, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars, depending on which one. So let me show you the ones I got. So these are brand new, never worn. These have got to be from the 80s because of the design. Now they are imperfect. I'm going to have to get some glue and glue the metal back on because there's a chain piece that goes all the way around that's hanging off, and it's there, right? So the chain piece is there, but look at this shoe. I mean, this is unbelievable. Like if this were on the marketplace right now, it'd be like $1,100 for this shoe because of all the metal work and the enamel and the stop sign colors, red, blue, and yellow. It's very, very Memphis. If you know Memphis furniture from the 80s, it's very 80s aesthetic. And never worn, size 7.5. Here's the other one. And it's just black patent leather. I mean, this is insane. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. I brand new. I've got to, again, I have to fix the metal work on it, but this is unbelievable. And when you love fashion the way I do, I mean, I do not just sell just to make money. It is probably, I've mostly just buy when I make money. It's great, but and it really doesn't drive me the way you think it might. I just love fashion. And when I come across something like this, which is brand new, never worn, 1980s, it would be over $1,000 today for $9.99 at the Goodwill. You just got to say, wow, there's a lot of, I would love to have the original box, which is why I talked to you about that earlier, but you never get the box at the Goodwill. I don't know why. It certainly would help them keep their shoes together, even though people would take them out of the boxes for sure. But this is my all-time favorite thing that I found, and I hope you agree. Even if you don't, like, I don't even have to sell them. I can repair them and just stare at them for all eternity. But those are awesome. So $9.99. Those would I would price them really, really, really high. Because why? Because they're unique. Period. Could you go get another pair of shoes? Yes. Are you gonna get one like those? No. So yeah. So now I'm going to show you the designer piece that I found, and I have never come across this brand at any kind of Goodwill before. And I found it. I had already checked out. I went to the restroom, took my bag, went to the restroom, and I passed this where people were trying on clothes, and they put the abandoned things outside of the fitting room, and there this thing was. And I just about passed out. Okay, so Jean-Paul Gaultier. I've talked about this designer before. Let's put it up here. Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is made in Italy. This is okay, before I show it to you. Gaultier no longer makes ready-to-wear. He's a highly coveted designer. He was known for doing the cone bra for Madonna. He's been around for decades. But he lives in London. And so this piece, this crazy, crazy bright orange jacket top in silk. It's ginormous. It's like tango. So is it a blouse? Is it a jacket? I don't know what this thing is. It is absolutely amazing. And something like this new would have retailed, if not $1,000, like $700, $800 back in the day. It's 100% silk. It's made in Italy. And so this was $649. Now, just have one flaw. It has a little tiny bit of fading right here. I don't know if you can see it. Just this one little spot. I did steam it out to try to see what was going on. That is not going to make any difference to anybody. They're not going to have any problem paying for Gaultier. But if you ever see this brand, this amazing bright orange color, you need to pick it up. Jean-Paul Gaultier, $649 at the Goodwill. That made my day. It just makes me just want to keep going and keep going when you found something like that. So between the shoes from the 80s that are in perfect condition and that little jackety top, I mean, this is just amazing. I can hardly talk. You know why? I've had a really full day, and I'm really squeezing this in. I have been up since 7 a.m. 6:57 is when my alarm goes off every day. So I'm just extra tired today, so I apologize for that. So let me get on to the next thing. So it was half off day for the color red when I went to the Goodwill. So this is $849, and this is a jumpsuit. It's a nice classic black kind of open neck jumpsuit. It's got its own belt. It's just your basic acetate kind of crepe material. It's almost like tuxedo style. It's by H&M for $4. I was happy to get it. And as I've talked about in other videos, that tuxedo style sells really well for me, and jumpsuits do really well. So for $4, I'll give it a chance to see if we can make some money on that. I mean, because it is H&M, I mean, I'll probably price it maybe $70, $60, $70 in that range. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But, it's not going to be a lot. But with a $4 investment, I'm really excited to have found it and look forward to getting that sold. The next is another piece that was on the half off. And I don't ever look for the colors. just sort of a happy accident if something I pick is on sale, because I'm not driven by that. So it's always nice when it's on sale. But this is a Zara knit. It's half knit, half cotton, black and white kind of trapeze top. But the cool thing is the back is out. So it's like open in the back right here. So this is like a baby doll in a way, and then buttons down the back. So this was $6.49 in half price, so $3 and change. This is so cute. Wear it with white jeans, white shorts. It's just your classic black and white top, and that's going to sell, and that's totally my girl. And I've really working hard not to buy things that don't fit into my overall theme of my closet. And I've been, if you have not been on my Poshmark closet lately, I've been rephotographing things. I've been deleting merchandise I don't want up there. And my hope is within the next 30 days to have taken down everything that is inconsistent with what I want that store to be. And so I'm working on it. So anything I get from here forward is meant to fit in with who my girl is. So this, I would never buy this brand normally, but you know, just there it was, K. Unger, New York. But I just couldn't help myself. This is a black cotton. Let's hold on. The lighting here is so dreadful. It's what is, I honestly don't know what's going on. But it is a stretch cotton shirt with ruffled sleeves, gathered at the front and the back. It's V-neck with little gathers and buttons down the front. And yeah. Now this one paid a little more for. It was $9.99 at the Goodwill. But you know, K. Unger, I mean, this is going to sell for, you know, $60, $70. So I don't mind doing that. It's just a nice piece. So this next brand is one that I actually learned about when I opened up my consignment shop. And it's not one that I have ever worn in my life, but it's Lilith. This has a loyal following, a little niche following. It's not made in the United States. It's made abroad. But this is for people who like the login look. So this skirt, just like, you know, $5.49 at the Goodwill. And this is just a nice kind of like a gray, a deep gray color with a black waistband, cotton skirt for summer. And this brand is so expensive. This should sell for over $100. So if you don't know that brand, you need to look it up. Look it up online, Lilith, and you'll be amazed. Now the next jacket, I have no idea who this is. I bought it completely on style, and I just fell in love with this peplum, kind of a tulip. It's like a peplum / tulip style to this jacket. And again, I'm using an eye for styling when I pick things up. So this brand, I don't know what it is or what it says. I asked all the people at the Goodwill, I said, do you know what this is? Do you know what it means? And no one knows. Anyway, it's a nice little jacket. But in the back, instead of a peplum, it's got like this tulip style gathers all in the back and around the side. It is unbelievable. Feels like a wool cashmere blend. Although I can't be sure because I cannot read the tag. It is missing one button on the sleeve, but I'm not bothered by that because this thing is amazing. So again, apologize for the bad lighting. Working on getting that fixed. Like I said in all my videos, still working on it. Now this next brand is one I had really forgotten about until someone had consigned something really interesting in the consignment shop that I co-own. And this is called Shanghai Tang. And if you don't know this brand, this is a vintage brand. This was more popular in the 80s. This is 100% cashmere sweater. But when you look at the style, it's really different. So it's your basic black, but you can tell by the name Shanghai Tang, it's going to have a little Asian flair to it. So it's got like these bat wing sleeves, but then it's got like a cold shoulder right here. And then these little details not at the top. And I am going to have to dry clean it because I found a little spot on it, and it's totally worth it because it's cashmere. And I may have to delete this video. This is by far the worst lighting in the history of my time on YouTube. I am so sorry. So Shanghai Tang, put that on your list if you come across it. You're not going to come across it often. If you come across it at all, it'll be amazing. But just something to think about. So Jordache is having a renaissance. Vintage Jordache. I would never, ever pay $11 for a pair of shorts like this. But I decided, since it's Jordache and it was just there. And now, of course, Goodwill knows that people are buying Jordache right now. But this is this wonderful acid wash ombre fringe shorts, little hot pants for $10.99. And, you know, very retro cool. So, yeah, I got them because they will sell very quickly. I'm not really looking for Jordache. I've had one other pair of Jordache. It was black high waist stretch cotton skinny pants, and they sold pretty quickly, but not for a lot. So okay. All right, the next was half price skirt, was $5.49. This is the brand I love to hate, Banana Republic. But for $2.50, I thought, you know what? I'll just give it a shot. You never know. I can always send it to ThreadUp if it doesn't sell. And that is something that it has like this overlay, and then like there's an underpiece. Let me see what's going on under there. So this is what's like a little animal print underneath, and then this kind of a open weave design. Super cute pencil skirt for $2.50. And one of the things that I've been thinking about lately is here we go, Banana Republic. It's sort of like the cycle of buying things and getting them sold, whether it's to an individual, whether it's through another online consignment shop, whether it's through a buy-sell trade place. There are so many ways to turn merchandise that now when I buy merchandise, I'm trying to keep that in mind. I'm trying to think about, well, is this something that is desirable? Is this something I could send to the Real if I can't sell it on my own? And every time I have mailed things off to a ThreadUp or a Real or tried to sell them in a buy-sell trade place, were things that I was unable to move on my own. I wasn't my first step. I didn't do that first as a primary way to try to move the merchandise, although I know people who do it. I know people go straight to a buy-sell trade place when they buy, and it's fascinating to learn about. But that's not what I do. So I basically reserve that for things I have already tried to sell on my own for a good period of time. And if it's just not moving, if I've got it up on Poshmark and no one's even liked it, then I know something's off. Something's off about it. And so I'll try these other routes to move it along. So this is 1 teaspoon. These are super, super cool distressed jeans. The more distressed, the better. So these were just awesome. Super awesome. And these were $7.99 at the Goodwill. They upped them $1, I guess, maybe because they had them under. Now this is interesting. They have under men's jeans. That's interesting because I don't think these are men's. I think these are women's. Either way, they're size 27, and I'm pretty sure. Well, could be men's. I don't know. I have no idea. I think I'm supposed to check what side the zipper's on, right? But anyway, 1 teaspoon. Now this dress, I have no idea who made it. I think it's by Plenty, but I'm not sure. But I don't know. There aren't many tags that are green and white. So if you know who it is, let me know. You can leave a comment below. But I just thought it was interesting, and it's something for fall. But this is a black and red plaid and lace overlay dress with long sleeves. And the bottom has this. I just think it's interesting and cool. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it for any other reason. And you can see by the tag, we have no idea who it is. So if you know who has green and white tags, which you never see, let me know. Then I'll know who made it. Feels like a wool blend. It doesn't feel like wool and cashmere. It feels like a wool blend. I mean, so this is not a high-end brand, but it does have European sizing. And that's one of the keys to look at. But at any rate, it's interesting. It's unique. It's super cute. Be very, very interesting. And anything plaid sells. So I'm really not worried about that selling, even not knowing who the brand is. So in addition to that one pair of really cool shoes I showed at the beginning, I found 3 or 4 other really high-end brand shoes this time around. This is a brand I've never heard of, but I looked it up just simply because it had, as I tell everyone else, European sizing on the shoe. This is a size 38, and it has a leather sole. But this is by Camilla Skovgaard. So if you look up this brand, I have not cleaned the bottom. Sorry, folks. This is real life. Really, really excellent shoe for summer. Nice little mini platform. Before I would ever sell this, I would totally clean the bottom with the things that are out there. And for it to be white, we're really, really lucky with how this is looking, because white would be, I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. So here's the other one. So these were $7.99, as you can see. And online, these are hundreds and hundreds of dollars, even used. So I feel really good about that. So I learned about a new brand, and here's one other brand I learned about. This is called 1618. It's made in Italy. I've never heard of this brand, but this awesome maroon suede booty, lace-up booty with like a lug sole on it. Super cool. There's 2 of them, which is always good when you're trying to sell a pair. And they have very light wear on them. They're really good condition, and we'll brush up the suede and off these will go. So these were $9.99, and online people were selling these for hundreds of dollars used. So I felt good about that. And this is nothing special. These are my size. So in case I don't sell them, I will put them on my feet. This is just a classic booty that I sell over and over again. This is Zara. Sparkle pump, but I can't talk. We've talked about that. These are sparkle booties by Zara, and they just wore them a few times and they called it a day, because this kind of thing is very trendy. So yeah. So these are my size, just a Zara booty. I did pay more than I would normally pay because they are my size. I paid $14.99 for these, which is a lot more than I would ever want to pay for a boot like this. But I saved so much money on all the other stuff, I just didn't worry about it. So it all averages out. So that is everything from that particular day. So the next day, on a different day, when I went to Goodwill, let me show you what I got. So this is really great for styling. It's a nice wide belt in red. It's by Zara, as you can see from the inside, Zara. This is faux leather. It's $5.99. And this is really cool. I don't buy a ton of accessories. I just don't. I like to stay with the clothes. But this kind of thing is really, really great, especially when you're styling, to have a nice pop of color there. This next one, there's a lot of coats out right now. And being in California, you have so many opportunities to pick up coats because nobody wants to buy hot and heavy coats, but I do, especially when they're DKNYC for $9.99. It's a giant cotton coat with pleats all over the bottom, and like almost like an A-line shape with buttons all over the sleeves. And this is just amazing. This is very much a New York coat, but this was $9.99, and matches who my girl is, fits in with all the other things in my closet, so it makes my day. Now this is a lesson. So if you're looking and you don't see a tag in the collar, you need to look inside the garment, inside the seam, inside. A lot of people tuck things away for various reasons, either because the design itself won't allow for it or because they just prefer to put it there. But when I saw this coat, it was in the dresses. It was hanging in the dresses. I guess they thought it was a coat dress. I just saw the quality, and I said, I need to take a look because I don't see any tag in the neck, right? There's nothing in there. Turns out this is Peter Cohen. And Peter Cohen, let me tell you, if you don't know that brand, he usually has just a little gold star that identifies, it's like a little metal gold star that he would put on his clothes. And this amazing kind of brocade, sparkly brocade with like bird prints. Where's the bird? It's just amazing. And these really, really fantastical, fancy buttons here. I just knew it was high quality, but when I saw it was Peter Cohen, I was like, seriously? You must be joking. Size small, dry clean only. I don't know what the fabric is, some sort of acetate or wool blend. Probably more of a wool blend because of the quality is lined on the inside, but this thing is gorgeous. Now, Peter Cohen is so expensive. New, this was probably over $1,000, but in the Goodwill, it was $849. This is something I'll probably price in the hundreds of dollars range because it is a luxury brand. And even though Peter Cohen, that line isn't out anymore, people who know it, they haven't forgotten how amazing it is. This next dress I bought for myself because it's getting hot here in California. And this was just a Uniqlo or Uniqlo, I never know how to do it. Just a cotton short sleeve maxi dress with a belt. I'm going to wear that to my store for half of $8.49. So it was $4 for something for me to wear. I'm not even going to show you much about it because that's for me. Next is this. You know I love the military style jackets. And this one is a brand that I've never bought before. Nygaard Collection. It's just amazing military style with this. It reminds me of that Burberry coat I bought with all this detail. And every button is in place on both sides. It's got really extraordinary detail on the sleeves. You can see all up in here. And it's lined. Feels like wool blend. It's made in China. And the inside part is just really good. Let me just make a check. Yeah. So yeah, I love this military style. It does really well for me. And the back has this little piece back there. So this is my girl. This is my girl over and over again. This was $9.99. And I'll be asking a whole lot more than that for that piece. How much? You'll just have to check back. I don't always know if it's good to estimate how much I'm going to price something because I might change my mind. I may not have enough information. But the idea is just to understand that I'm sticking with particular styles. I'm sticking with quality and trying to find things that are unique. Now, Lafayette 148. This is a higher end, mid-range brand, if you can call it that. Like they sell it like Lord & Taylor. But this linen jacket was super cute. I don't like to pick this brand up too much, but I couldn't help myself. It just has this wonderful detail all the way around the front. And it's a nice summer jacket. And again, it's not showing up with the lighting, so sorry about that. Zara does really well. This is, but Zara has to be different. So this is different. This is just a lace top with short sleeve, like see-through with an exposed zipper in the back. This is super, super cute. Look at the detail on this thing. So you can wear, it'll be fun like to wear this over like a red bra or something, or like a colorful camisole. That'd be great. Now this, when I saw it, I knew it was something. I didn't know what it was. I looked it up in the store. This is called Nobody. It's from Australia. Yeah, but when I see something like this, I'm like, okay, it's ombre. It's high quality denim. You know, everything about this screams a lot of money, right? It's got like the metal, like little birds on the metal. Anyways, from Australia, and used. These things are still a couple $100. So yeah, so look for Nobody. But I think any of you that are sourcing, if you came across a jacket like this, you would definitely stop and take a look at it. And you know, in a sea of very average looking Levi denim jackets, this kind of thing that's fitted, it's very trendy, it's got the fringe, you know, that's going to appeal to a different customer. And that's the girl I want to get to. This is just a classic pair of stretch leggings in a super duper tiny little size, like a little tiny 25. This is the kind of size where you almost border into girls like 14. And size 25 Topshop Moto. It's the Jamie jean that's distressed in white. And it's just your classic stretch skinny jean for summer. Nothing too exciting other than it's a nice basic for my store. This was $6.99. This I was drawn to because of the brand, because it said, what did it say? It said habitual, which is a grid. But then I saw it said habitual girl. So these don't sell for too much. Like new, they're around $50. But this was only $6.99. And these are absolutely adorable white overalls, stretch cotton wide leg overalls. And I really couldn't resist because it fits in with my closet. And since Poshmark has a kids section, I thought, well, maybe I'll buy a few things for the kids section and just see how it goes. And I have one last thing from this haul. This is Rebecca Taylor. You know, she's basically hit or miss in what sells, but this I couldn't pass up. It's absolutely adorable. Kind of scoop neck, fitted black blazer with little roses down the front with the snaps, and in the back, there's a nice little placket in the back right there in a deep pleat. It's actually, I don't know if it's black. It's actually more of like a charcoal gray. Just be perfect for work. Wear it with a little skinny skirt or skinny pants and boots. But that's really different, and I think that that'll sell. The price was right at $9.99, and this will be priced over $100, and we'll see. So that's it. I'm just looking around just to make sure I don't have anything else to show you for this time. I do have other things to show you, but this was everything I bought at 2 different Goodwill stores. And if you can see kind of by what I'm bringing in, I'm sticking to a particular color scheme, a lot of black and white, a lot of solids, a little pop of color in the red, and things that I can potentially send to the Real or the ThredUp or to a buy-sell trade place if they don't sell for me and feel like I have a really good chance of it selling on one of those avenues. And that's it. I am Jenny Walker. If you liked what you heard today, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon because I never know when I'm going live. And I'm squeezing this in on the way to a 7 o'clock appointment tonight. So yeah, so please feel free to do that. There are links below in this video that'll take you to my Apple iTunes podcast. There are also links to my Poshmark and my eBay store, and just all the links of anything you could, think of. I put all my links in there, and it's really great because on YouTube, you can predetermine that set of information, so it just easily populates each time you do a new video. And that's it. And that's it. That's all I got. So thank you so much for your time and attention. This is Jenny Walker with Jenny Girls Closet. I appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.